Julio Foolio in new surveillance video from the club's parking lot. Suspects Alicia Andrews, Isaiah Chance, and Sean Gathright watched this video in court Thursday, too. All three face charges in Jones's death in what investigators say was an ongoing rival gang war. After leaving Teasers, the rapper went down the street to Truth 18 nightclub for an after party, posting on social media in live time.
This is the video here from his Instagram.
Surveillance video from outside that club shows how two suspect vehicles continued to follow Jones, just as they did at Teasers, and eventually to the Home 2 suites near USF.
They're approaching the victim.
Julio Foolio cousin kept asking, who paid off the cops? Because they not just finna come to no Airbnb and make you leave your crib, regardless of if y'all owned it, the Airbnb or not. Julio Foolio paid for the Airbnb with his own money. So what would make them leave? When they was sitting in the car behind the Holiday Inn, his homie O'Murder already said that they was in the car for about 6-7 minutes trying to find a new hotel to go to. And just like Street Girl for LTV said, she the main one that exposed it all and told them they not finna not let you in the Holiday Inn, especially if it's 4 in the morning. They gonna be quick to give you a room. So I want everybody in the comment section to let me know, do y'all think that this was a setup? Because regardless of what they trying to put out there, they already said JSO, they talked to Young and Ace. Is Young and Ace working with the police?
It would seem so, but both Young and Ace and Queso are suspected of having significant involvement in the murder of Julio Foolio. In different capacities, yet Young and Ace is believed to have orchestrated the hit using his leadership position within the ATK to order the attack. Queso, on the other hand, is suspected of playing a more hands-on role, potentially participating in planning and execution of the murder. Their involvement underscores the deep-rooted and violent nature of the rivalry between the ATK and the Six Block, which have claimed multiple lives over the years.
So regardless of how they put it, I want everybody to know, drop them RIP Julio Foolios down in the comment section, because regardless of what went on, Alicia was the main one who gave the written affidavit to the prosecutors. And I want y'all to know, just because she's still locked up, that don't mean she ain't say nothing.
In the case of Julio Foolio's murder, Queso is believed to have been involved in planning and execution of the attack. Given his reputation as a feared and enforcer within the ATK, Queso may have played a direct role in coordinating the logistics of the hit. So did he call the hitmen? Did he tell them, hey, I know he's going down to Florida to celebrate his birthday. I know he's going to be at this Airbnb. This is what you need to do to execute and get him out of there. They had to get him out of that Airbnb to be able to attack him. Because
that's the only way they was going to even be able to get up close to him. Somebody told them that Julio Foolio was going to that hotel, but that's not the thing. The thing is, when they was waiting in the car in front of that home, who told the dudes that they were going to literally sit right there and go to the Holiday Inn? It was somebody who was in the car with him, or it was somebody who was in the car behind him. It was multiple cars bagging up. It wasn't just one car at the scene. As you guys can see on the footage, it was about 3 or 4 cars. They ran down and chased him through the parking lot, all the way to the backside to where it's not even a lane to where Julio Foolio can even get out. He had to squeeze through the wall in the garbage can.
You have to figure the Holiday Inn was a last-minute plan. That was not the intention. The intention was to stay at the Airbnb for however long.
Who was following them?
And that is a great question that we need answers to. Was it Young and Ace? Was it Young and Ace's crew? It said that he's a leader of a huge gang, so how many people did he have out there that night?
Did he tell 1,200 not to say their name? Not to mention ATK if they ever get caught for this? Because it was one person who was with the 3 people who got caught up. They found the shell casings in the dude car. It was one person who was ATK with 1,200. So regardless of what happened at that football game, who gave them the last minute plan?
While Ace himself may not have been directly involved in the shooting, he is suspected of being the mastermind behind the plot, using his influence with ATK to mobilize his gang members to carry out this hit. This is something that they have been plotting and planning. We even see videos online of them target practicing. and literally calling out Julio Foolio's name. This is something that they've wanted to do for a very long time. You got to realize Julio Foolio's first attack goes back to when he was 14 years old. The kid was shot.
They followed Julio Foolio to the club where he was performing at. Who was the one who booked Julio Foolio for that night? Because those are the last people who knew the location where Julio Foolio was going after they left that party. Regardless of the birthday party that was thrown for Julio Foolio at the Airbnb, okay, we all know that. Let me know down in the comment section if y'all think that one of the promoters knew Young and Ace. Because regardless of what went down, this is a revolving door. We have to really understand the people we keep around us. As soon as they got through partying at that club Teasers, they left there and went to the Holiday Inn. So who followed them from the Holiday Inn? Of course, they said that it was Sean Gatherite, and it was Alicia, and it was the other dude, Isaiah. But who was able to pick up their license plate to know that they followed them all the way that way? It's not a license plate reader just waiting around on each corner going to the Holiday Inn.
That makes you look at the play like it's way deeper than what anybody has even touched the surface of. Okay, so Young and Ace, he called the shots. Queso, he was involved in calling the shots, and they plotted this all out. But who was the traitor? Who in Julio Foolio's group literally said, hey, we're here. Hey, this is going down next. Hey, I think we're going to go here. We already know that they had people at the Holiday Inn inside working.
We know that Sean and Alicia was waiting at the club for Julio to come out of Teasers. But as soon as Julio and them came out of Teasers, they already done gathered the Murphy brothers, and they were in the car with Isaiah, and they all followed them. Who read their license plate on their way to the Holiday Inn? And I know a lot of people gonna say, well, they was getting followed for this many minutes and all that. Okay, they followed them there. Why didn't they strike up in traffic? Why didn't they hit them up in traffic? Why did they wait until they parked behind the home? And it's kind of suspicious of why they're parking behind the home if they're trying to get a hotel room. The home is not a hotel room. And at the end of the day, we know for a fact that was in the back. It wasn't in the front where everybody could publicly see Julio Foolio Charger going in there. So who knew that they was going to be waiting in the back? It still was someone who knew Julio Foolio and them was going to be in the back of the home. They didn't go directly to the Holiday Inn. They were next door. So a lot of people keep saying that, oh, they were at the hotel. No, they wasn't.
You also have to look at the frustration level. Forensics has shown us that the gun that shot him in the foot is the same gun that took him out that night.
Murder said that he got hit up 8 times in the arm and he got skinned 3 times in the head. So was they trying to get him in the driver? Because he were closer to the driver than he was to the people in the back seat. Julio Foolio can't see who's texting in the back of him, but I know they kept on posting on Instagram.
At the end of the day, they wanted to make sure that they got their man this time. They were frustrated with constantly having near misses and near, oh my God, we didn't get him. And all of that, you gotta understand, when you're after somebody, you're gonna go to whatever length it takes, whether it's paying off somebody, enticing somebody. Don't forget, Julio Foolio's girlfriend is an ex of one of the gang members from the rival gang.
And TT already said that she was driving one of the Teslas that was at the scene. Is TT working with JSO, or is TT just a normal witness?
At the end of the day, there's a lot more to unravel to this case, and I, for one, am going to keep digging. But it is just curiosity that eats as to the what, when, where, why, and how this really all played out, because there's too many parts to this that are moving. There's too many people that could have really just had even one moment's text in it. The person at the front desk, the person at the nightclub, the person at the Airbnb. They don't just kick you out of an Airbnb, folks. They're going to tell you to turn down the party. They're not going to tell you have to leave the property.
Even if you own the apartment that the Airbnb was in, it doesn't matter, because you still don't have to leave. Everybody just has to tone down the music. And I want everybody to know, and this is coming straight from the witness, They said that the Teslas was recording, and they put out the footage immediately as soon as they knew that the Teslas had something to do with capturing the footage of what happened to Julio Foolio. And the guys who were standing right there shooting, chasing Julio Foolio, they made sure that they were seen.
They absolutely did. It's almost like a modern day video game played out right before our eyes. And you gotta realize this is their lives, guys. If you look at these guys online, what are they doing? Playing video games. They're literally living this real life. And they played it out on their opponent. They thought that they were gonna be able to, skirt off with the fact that, oh, we've had a rivalry for years and that'll be our cover because, well, they put everything out there online. Every attack that has happened between these two rival gangs has been aired one way or another on social media, via undercover conversation or via a rap diss song. They constantly go back and forth. Unfortunately, this was just Julio's last back and forth.
Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for updates. RP Julio Foolio. Let me know if you're rocking with Julio Foolio in the comment section.